Please, a round of applause for him. Let's give him his flowers. Let's celebrate him. Yes, thank you so much. You can sit down now. I will not take your time. I promise. I know I like to talk, but I promise not to take your time. Because I feel like you guys are already full. I feel so. You know when you've eaten and your stomach, no. This one will pause you. This one will pause you, will throw up. You know, I believe that God kind of orchestrates things. I'm not supposed to be here today. I'm sure you understand. I was writing an exam, so I've never even slept well. I'm sure if you see my eyes, nice. Yeah. So I started the exams yesterday, you know, but I've worked with him, I've met him, we've done stuff together through Pastor Bolaji. So when he sent me the message, I said, don't worry, I'll be here, as far as it's him. Because again, who you serve matters. And it's been my friend, colleague, we've 15, 16 years now, I can't remember how long now, because we were in uni together. Unfortunately, his partner, I don't know if he's still your partner, Gibbons Gajere is one of our seniors. You see how life works, just very interesting. But he has served him.
Bro, don't worry.
And so when I knew him was in a place of service. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? And that's what is reaping today. So if there's anything you take out of this place, serve. But that's not what I'm supposed to talk about. Please, where's my slide? Maybe I'll use my slide. But I wouldn't follow it. But let me ask you a question. How many of you have woken up one day and you say, I will go to the gym. I will start that business. I will read that book. I will learn that skill. This year I'm going to save money. Please raise up your hand. You are in a safe space. How many of you did all of these things? Was there any point in time you stopped? You were not consistent. Was there any time like that? Don't worry, even me too. The exam I wrote yesterday and today is an executive exam. By the time I entered the hall, I knew I was not prepared. Yes. Because I didn't give it enough time. Do you guys understand it? Is my slide ready? So I wrote something down, right? And it says your future is not being created by your dreams.
Come here.
I know they tell you dream big. Yeah, dream.
Wait.
But you see, your habits is what makes you. And like I said, I don't think I believe things are orchestrated by God, right? I was supposed to be maybe the first or second speaker originally, I'm very sure, right? And he was supposed to be the last speaker. But you see, everything everybody has said here boils down to something. And you know what that is? Action. Right? Action. You have to do it. Again, I asked before I came, I said, who are the kind of people that will be here listening to us? I needed the age range so that I will know how to package myself and all of that thing. Package myself. You guys understand what I'm saying, right? Yeah, that's fine. But don't worry, it's work from here now. Yeah. So I was told between 19 to 29. And I look back, it's not too far, when I was 19. If I ever attended a conference, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't even think I did in my early 20s. I don't think so. But I was fortunate to know Christ, so I used to go to church. Do you understand? But I was one of those guys, I was very rebellious. So one of those things that they'll tell you, oh, don't follow girls, don't do this one. No, I'll say, please, let me live my life. You live your own. Let me make my mistakes. I've said this before. I'm sure you've heard me say, for anybody that has been where I've spoken. But what I'm trying to say is, you're actually very blessed that at this age, look at the things that you are churning in. You are very blessed. A lot of you will not understand it. Give yourself 5 years. If the things that we said here, you put them into practice. 5 years. Oh, he said 3.5 years. That's a new principle I've learned. Yeah. So all of the things I'm going to say are majorly what everybody has said. It's just that my own part is to say action. Do you guys understand it? So a lot of people think that successful people, when you see a successful person like Elon Musk, the wheat kid, I'll not call David Osha, but yes, no, not because I don't like him, because of this, my argument. Do you understand? Davido, Mark Zuckerberg, and all of those names that we like, Tony Melo and all of those guys. kind of think that these guys are whiskey in the sense that they have like special talent, right? You feel like, oh, there's just something about them, it's natural. God just instilled the wisdom on them. It's not true. So most times it's not true. Most times. Elon Musk says, and for those of you who read books like Steve Jobs' books and all of that, you will hear that Steve Jobs wakes up every day at 4 a.m. Dangote recently said he wakes up every day at 5 a.m. consistently. He's probably close to 70. He's the richest black man. What is he doing now? Why is he helping us to compete this morning? He's already rich, right? But he wakes up at 5 a.m. That's the past that you people never knew about Dangote. That he wakes up consistently at 5 a.m. Now the question is, doing what? Who knows Kobe Bryant here? Good. Who knows Cristiano Ronaldo? Okay, great. Ronaldo gets to train before everybody and leaves after everybody has gone. And you think he will not be great? Kobe Bryant comes to training before everybody and leaves after. He goes to the court before the sun rises and he leaves after everybody has gone. And you think he will not be great? You think his results will be the same with somebody that walks in at the right time? It's not possible. And guess what? They did not do this once, so it became a lifestyle, was a habit. Consistently. So when you see somebody move, when you see, there's a way at your level, when you see a young person doing some certain things, when you see it move, there's something this guy is doing behind closed doors that we're not seeing consistently. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? You people are looking at me and saying, I can't do fear now. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So what separates you, right, from the great men is something I'm going to call becoming a slave. And the reality is we are already slaves. Should I shock you? Who wakes up in the morning and the first thing they do is pick up your phone and check Instagram? I'm dead, so I'm on that table, don't worry. Wow. Really? Wait, who wakes up first thing in the morning and picks up their phone? Even before praying?
It's better.
Who wakes up first thing in the morning, picks up their phone and goes to Instagram? I don't have fans here. Okay, TikTok.
Snapchat.
Okay, I have Gen Z here. TikTok. Snapchat. Oh, okay. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you know what that means? We have become slaves to our phones. Unfortunately. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Please move to the next slide. We have become what? Slaves. So we are actually what? Slaves. But what I'm trying to do with my conversation today is we're still going to be slaves, but to change your slavery master or your slave master. Because for some of you, it's procrastination, right? I will. The year don't start. We did waiting now, June. You know me, I'm very unconventional. So this one they're speaking good English. Yeah, I'm sorry. Do you understand? I will mix my own so that I'm a bit more relatable, right? Some people had goals this year. New Year resolution. I'm going to read 3 books every month. I'm going to. We did June. The year has ended, by the way. I hope you guys know that. I was standing in my office. I said, the year has ended, The year has ended. And you've not read one book. And you say you want to be great. Right? There's a myth on the street that in your 20s you are young.
I think it's okay.
In my own time, in our 20s, we were young. But you see, in your own time, 20 is no longer young. Unfortunately. Do you know why? Because there are people at 16.
Yes, because the screen behind him is white.
You look like someone I know. Sorry. There are people at 16, 17 that are making lots and lots of money. The devil is a liar.
Yes, sir.
Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, in today's world, you are no longer young. Unfortunately, AI now created a balance where me at my age, Pastor Bolaji at his age, and my Oga here at his age, And the 16-year-old, we can all sit down and learn how to code. And he can be making a whole lot of money. That's the balance. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Do you guys understand it? So what did I say? I said I want us to change what? Because we're already what? We're slaves. So some of us are slaves to what? Procrastination. Let me tell you the things among young people. Laziness. Can we give excuses? Oh yeah. I have a quote that says, excuses does what? Devalues a man. If you just come and say, sir, there's a reason, I just know I cannot rely on you next time. But you see, young people, we can give excuses, right? Social media. We're all on that table, all of us. We're slaves to social media, unfortunately. I don't know how we're going to do it. But we're all what? Slaves to social media. Netflix. Or Prime. Right? Then some of us are slaves to pleasure. I'll not go deep into it. But some of us, it made reference to masturbation, watching porn, and doing some interesting stuff. Right? Some of us are slaves to that also. Then the worst, I don't think it's worse than this pleasure thing, is comfort. You think that you have arrived. You think that you already know. They cannot correct you. You do not want to grow. You are stagnant. And the moment, so one time in the office, a staff of mine came and said, it's really good. I said, the day you decided to say you are really good is the day you begin to fall. There's a thin line between pride, ego, right, and actually knowing the work. But the day you come and say you are the best, where have you been to? Have you gone outside the shores of Abuja? Have you met competitors in Africa for you to open your mouth and say you are the best? Do you guys understand it? Do you understand it now? I'm not saying you cannot claim it though, please understand it. But the moment you begin to deceive yourself, do you guys understand it? Do you understand it now? Then, this is one thing that makes a lot of people not post on social media consistently. What people think. What will people say? A lot of people have not done something because they are thinking of what their friends will say. A lot of people have not done stuff because they are thinking of what social media people will say. People that don't care, people that have probably not even eaten. Unfortunately. Most of them are not even living a better life than you are living. But you care so much about what they have to say. I had one of my mentors and he would say that as long as you are not rich, he will not care about what you say to him. And it's very valid. I'm not talking down on poor people, but look at the social media and look at the amount of people that actually say bad things about people. By the time you go to their page now and you check their profile, you just say, I'm big. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So the people I should care for when they talk to me are people that are above me in terms of maybe mentorship, in terms of spirituality. Do you guys understand what I'm saying now? Not the ones that cannot add to your lives. Do you guys understand it? So what do I want us to be slaves to now? Number one, discipline. Is my slide ready? Okay. Please just move the slide. Move the slide to the 6 acts. Do you guys understand? Slave to discipline, slave to learning. Slave to what? Learning. Slave to excellence. This is missing in today's world. Alright? Slave to consistency. And I think that's where my own conversation is very centered. Slave to growth. I tell them in my office, if you don't grow, I have a thing in my office that if you're not growing, I get irritated. Like, you've been here for like 3 months. I'm not saying like growth in the work that you do, or something. Because I'm big on personal development. So when you come into the system, there are books that you read, you must watch some YouTube, there have things like that. Do you understand? So after 3 months, you never change. 6 months, bro, I gotta go. You know why? If you have a plant in your house, right, and you are watering the plant, and the plant dies, what will you do? You'll throw it away. So if you're not growing, you're actually dying. Do you guys understand it? So if you're not consistently building your craft, building that thing. Recently, I heard something, and the question says, what can AI do for you? Now, that's where we are. Everybody's using AI, right? What can AI do? Because AI will make all of us rich, right? What can AI not do? Who's paying attention to that? Because we're all just paying attention to what AI is doing. So today now, on the internet, cloud is like the king, right? But nobody's asking, what can AI not do? Because there are so many things that AI cannot do. And it's people that pay attention to it. In the nearest future, mechanics, cleaners, those guys are going to be big boys. In Europe and in America, they're already big boys, because for you to get a mechanic, it's a lot of money. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? So the question is, where do you want to serve? Or whose master do you want to serve? Whose master do you want to? Whose master do you want to? Serve. Whose master do you want to? Serve. I think the fact that people have eaten and your energy has dropped. Okay, so I'm just going to run through. I'm not going to use my slide so that I don't take your time. Right. But your habits are built with intention. You have to be intentional about it. And if you're not intentional about your growth, I don't know what you're doing. Truthfully. Because the first question I will ask you is, what exactly do you want to do with your life? When you come into my system, that's the question I'm going to ask you. What do you want to do? I run an advertising agency, and somebody comes in as a copywriter, and she says she wants to be a nurse. And I say, madam, you don't have a seat here. This is not for you, right? I paid for a job. I paid for nursing school, and I said, you don't belong here. So the question to you is, what do you want to do? Where do you see yourself? You know, it's a cliche question they ask us, right? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? It's not cliche, because if your mind cannot see it, you will not get there. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Let me teach you one principle that I taught my guys in the office. And if this is the only thing I'll say, I'm like, oh, that's fine. It's called the battle of the mind. How many of us are from a rich home here? I'm not from a rich home. How many of us grew from a rich home? Silver spoon. That's bad though.
Comfortable.
Okay, that means you will relate well. That's good. So all of us here will be Paco. Papa don't get money. That's good. Oh, now these guys. Okay, no, don't worry. They are not, the bandits are not here. They will not. Okay. So there's something called the battle of the mind. If you're from a broken place, like a poor place, like a slum, or from a place where nobody has amounted to anything, by the time you begin to enter into some places that will make you, your mind begins to tell you, you are not fitting to this room. Yes. Have you ever even been in situations where you want to enter a place, you want to talk to somebody, you just feel, I don't fit in? Yes. Do you know? Your mind will tell you naturally, maybe you think I'm just subconscious, tell you, you do not belong to this family. You are from a poor place, your father never entered plane, you should not enter plane. Your father never drove a car, you want to drive Benz? Do you understand? Your mind begins to tell you. But you know what you now do? You now be intentional. You tell your mind back. I will drive Benz. I will enter a plane. I will do this. I will do that. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you know how easy it is to pray when you have issues? It's the same way you should speak easily to yourself. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So for every time that thought comes to you to say, I will not be a great artist, you tell yourself, I'm going to be better than Whiskey. You will call the names of the people you're going to be better at. That's intentionality. So for you to break out of the bad habits, for you to be a slave under your new masters, right? You have to be what? Intentional. If you are not intentional about your growth, you will not grow. It's just like the way you have a flower in your house and you don't water it. What happens to it? It's going to die. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Yes. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your habits is in your daily what? Actions. Right? So it's not today you wake up by 5 a.m. Then you don't know, let me use the gym. Let me use myself as an example. So one of the things I pray to God is that I want to be consistent going to the gym so that this stomach can become 6 packs. It's probably one of the greatest battles of being a man. First of all, going to the gym is a problem, right? That's one problem. Secondly, you see, of all the things you go to the gym to do, leg walk, and stomach walk, oh my God. So some days we just give up. But my point is, what do you do every day? Do you show up? What do you do every day? Oh, I want to learn how to code, right? My younger brother, he said he wants to be a graphic designer. And I said, Omo, with the way the world is going and this whole AI, leave graphics first. Do you understand? And I told him to learn something on product management. So every day I say, everything you learn every day on YouTube, you send it to me and let me see. Right? So I'm sure that you've learned something. Then I'll pay for you to take a course. Do you understand the journey? Right? That's how intentional I am for him. So that's become a daily routine. Now, I tell my guys, what's the difference between, for anyone that has a boss here, your boss tells you to do something and you go ahead to do it. But you're supposed to do something that will better your life, but you will not do it. Yes, that's one thing I hacked a very long time ago. So my boss tells me, oh, Yemi, we're catching a flight 5:30, we're going to Lagos. 4 o'clock. I will not even sleep because I'll keep waking up. I don't know if it happens to you. You just keep waking up because you're like, oh, I don't want to miss this flight. Do you understand? But the day where you're supposed to do something that is beneficial to yourself, guess what? You don't do it. So, for example, I tell somebody now, read this book, right? And every day by 5 p.m., you come and read and tell me what you learned in every chapter, right? Do you know the person who will do it? Right? Now, let me just say, bro, how far? Take this book now, read. I've experimented it in my system. I understand how it works. But what's the difference? Because when you read the book under my pressure, you learn. When you read the book by yourself, what happens? You still learn. So why not just do it for yourself? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you understand it? Yes. Repetition. The secret to every successful person you know today is repetition. Yes. Mark Zuckerberg has been doing Facebook for how long? Think about it. But the problem we have with the young people, delayed gratification. If result no day now, no they do. He gave an example here now. First 2 weeks you've done AI. Tomorrow you do digital marketing. Money is not. You just keep offering that. You will not grow. Insanity is doing the same thing again and again, and they'll tell you and expecting a different result. But guess what? The guy that found the bulb that we used, they did it over how many times? Exactly. So there's power in repetition. The Bible we're reading is not the same Bible since forever. So if you want to be good at a craft, you have to keep doing it. Some of us, when Kanye West started rapping, we were not born, I mean, is he still rapping? Yeah. Exactly. Or Jay-Z, or even Wizkid. Right? Do you know, when did you guys know Dunson Oyekon? No, let me use one that you read. When did you guys know Great Man Tackett? 20 what? Just recently, maybe less than 5 years, right? Yeah. But do you know his story? He don't date street since rapping and singing. Yes. Do you know when it was? Why exactly? But guess what? He didn't go and say he wants to go and learn digital marketing. He was consistent with the craft. But again, I'll say this so that you don't lose it. As the world evolves, as the world changes, you have to change with time. I'm talking about your craft. I'm not talking about do not conform to the world. Please. Do you understand? That's the Bible. That's not what I'm talking about. So for example, you want to learn graphic design now. Why? Think about it. Except you want to learn graphic design using AI, then that makes sense to me. Do you guys understand it? Because if you do not innovate, what happens? You die. If you think about Nokia's story, for anyone that, I don't know if you guys were old enough to use Nokia, do you understand what I'm saying? Think about it. They didn't innovate and what happened? Do you guys understand it? Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? You have to automate this habit. It has to be, see with me now, when I wake up in the morning, I will not lie to you. The first thing I do is hold my phone, Instagram, even before I say thank you, Jesus. But I have a habit that when I wake up in the morning, I say thank you, Jesus. So when I wake up in the morning, my son wakes up in the morning, I say thank you, Jesus. Right? Then I say I love you and Jesus loves you. Do you know what I'm doing? I'm instilling in his mind. By the time he's 3-4 years old, what happens? He will start saying it. Because that's how kids are. He's already started saying the things I say because he's heard it over and over. I took him to school yesterday, and when you get to your school, there's a place you sit down, you change your sandals to like a cover, right? So he just walks in there and he goes straight to sit down and raises his leg. And so I was like, this boy, do you know why? Because he has done it over, it's just 2. In short, it's going to be 2 next month. It's not even 2. But because he has done it over and over and over, it's programmed. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Please, I hope you understand what I'm saying. I hope I'm just communicating it right. Right? Then, guess what? Identity shifts. There's a slide I'll go to explain this better. By the time you pick up a new habit, now we're talking about a positive habit now, right? Good. By the time you pick up that habit, a lot of things become boring in your life. Because guess what? Doing the same thing every day is not fun. No, trust me. Going to work every day is not fun. I'll not lie to you. There are days I just want to sleep. So doing the same thing. Imagine Kobe Bryant saying that he has thrown the ball into the court over 1,000 times. Just imagine standing. Just think about it. It's not fun. It sometimes can be very boring. It can be very tiring. But that's where the reward is. Do you guys understand? Your friends will start telling you that, I was wrong, you're not going out again. Because a lot of things will change in your life. A lot of things will not matter to you anymore. Because they don't add up to what you want to become. Do you guys understand? Then we need to turn this slavery now into what? Real habits. Please go to slide. I don't know what number. There was a slide you showed first. The first slide you showed about being boring. When you start picking up your habit, I think it's slide 6. You see, when you start picking up this habit, this new habit now, you know you're a slave to these old habits, right? You know, where you don't read, where you procrastinate and all of those things. Now, when you pick up this new habit of trying to be persistent, you're trying to be consistent, you're reading books and all of that, it becomes boring, right? Again, it becomes lonely. Because you will get, like, I've shared this story before. So, a while ago, when you had your first child, right? And we have this group, guys group from university. So, you know, these guys that go to the group, they're talking about football, talking about girls, you know, and all of those things. So one day I was in that group, and I was asking myself, like, what will Bolaji be doing right now? He has a son. Like, what do you think his thought process is? He's thinking of pampers, he's thinking of how to spend time with his family, he's thinking of money. And I told them one day, I said, oh, this thing, what would they do for this group? It don't make sense, so. Because we're not thinking. Do you understand? Because again, at the time, everybody felt they were young. But me, the kind of circle I was in at the time, I just knew that, and that's why you said I'm not very close to most of them anymore. We're close, but we're not close. Do you know why? I have been with people that, you know, they've achieved. Their daily routine is wild. Do you understand? Then me and Lana was somewhere that says every Friday, let's meet at what's that? Meet at one park to drink. I'd come far, so I could not relate, and that's going to happen to you. But by the time your mind gets exposed, by the time you begin to grow, your mind begins to expand. What happened? You start looking at your friends like they're not serious people. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Then I'll talk about your work. You have staff that work under you. There's a way you see somebody grow over time, right? First, you'll be proud of the person because it means that your training is working right. Then you give the person something to do and the person does it excellently well. The next time you have a task to give somebody in the office, who will you give it to? The same guy. It becomes irreplaceable. Do you understand it? One thing I used to brag about, I even made a post about it, I'm so reliable. My phone, let me attack you guys. My phone has never been on DND. Yes, I know all of you do it, especially the young ones. I don't know if you have them in your office, but I have them in my office. They put their phone on DNDs. If not because I'm flying, my phone never goes off. Because the kind of people that I want to serve, they're HNIs, right? And I want a situation where they call me once, I pick up. That's this training I've given myself. And the boss I serve, that's the training I gave myself. He calls me at 3 a.m. I'm sleeping over, I'll hear my phone and I'll wake up. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? So I've been able to build myself to be so reliable to people that when anybody needs anything, I'm their plug. Do you guys understand it? That's how I've been able to grow myself. I need to finish now. So I've spoken about all of these things, right? Then I was going to give an assignment, right? And we'll speak about the assignments whenever we see. I'll tell him to send the slide to everybody so you can have access to it. But let's go to the last slide. The last one. So, slaves to excellence, slaves to mediocrity. I've spoken about all of this part. But please, the last slide. Last one. The one that has choose your master wisely. So, rounding up, right? You're already a slave. The chains are already forming. You're already a slave, right? The chains are already forming. Every day of diligence, every day of repetition, every season of perseverance in the valley, all of it is building you to something, right? First, we make our habits. Then, our habit does what? Makes us. So make the habit, tend the habit, surrender the habit, and watch what you become. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Please, let's give him a round of applause as he takes his seat. Wow. So, this time, I want you guys to clap for yourselves. Not many people can sit for a conference for 4 or 5 hours and, take the nuggets in without getting distracted. So I'm so grateful, Sir Yemi, Lana. Thank you for honoring us. We are so grateful. Thank you, Pastor Ifeanyi. Thank you, Pastor Bolaji. Thank you, everybody. So we'll be bringing up, get ready for an unforgettable performance. Our next guest is a fast-rising Afrobeat inspirational music sensation whose sound is touching lives and inspiring a new generation. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm Incubator welcome to Jedediah the Star.